Hi, I'm here to talk about validation or your own self confidence. What do you need in order to feel like you're doing a good job at life? Do you require other people's compliments in order to feel validated, in order to have confidence, in order to feel like you're a worthy person? That is seeking external validation. Do you need compliments from your boss? Are you fishing for compliments a lot? Do you think that your job title validates you? Or, do you think, oh, when I make this certain amount of money, then I'm allowed to feel good about myself? Then I'm worthy. Do you keep like lots of friends around, or do you date anyone just for the attention, just for the compliments, just so they'll make you feel like you're allowed to have self-confidence in yourself? These are ways in which we find validation externally, but I'll tell you, it's never enough. External validation will never feel like enough. We're always chasing validation, and we're always looking for self-confidence outside of ourselves, like in new ways, because it's never enough. We always need more and more and more. But there is a way to validate yourself. You don't have to chase happiness outside of you. Happiness can come from inside of you. You're allowed to feel worthy no matter what externally is happening in your world. In fact, it's encouraged. And I guarantee that if you feel worthy internally, things externally in your world will change. Absolutely. I've seen it in my clients. I've seen it in myself. So, you can find wholeness. You can feel complete and confident from within instead of chasing it outside of you. And it's important to find validation from within. When you look externally for someone to tell you that you're worthy of love or that you're good enough, you're giving away your power. You're allowing someone else to control your emotions. You're allowing someone else to control the way that you feel about yourself. Let's think about that. When you are looking for external validation, you're giving away your power. You're letting other people and other situations control you, control who you are, control how you show up in the world, control how you think about yourself, control your emotions about how you feel about yourself. This is why it's so important for you to seek internal validation. And you can begin building a habit of internal validation right now. Slow down and really pay attention. Try to get off autopilot and really be present in the moment. And when you're present in the moment, you'll notice if you're fishing for compliments. You'll notice what you're saying to yourself up here. Are you even being nice to yourself? Ask yourself, why do I need someone else to make me feel pretty? Or why do I need someone else to make me feel smart, to make me feel worthy, to make me feel loved? Ask yourself how you might be able to seek that internally. And it's about building a habit, okay? This stuff doesn't happen overnight. If it's new for you, then just allow yourself the time to let it sink in. Are you people pleasing? One of the ways we seek external validation is that we just people please. We say yes to things we don't want to say yes to, because we're looking for that validation that we're a worthy human, that we're doing the right thing, because someone else told us we should be doing this, or someone else told us that if we do this, then we're a good person or we're a good friend. That is being validated by that person. And then sometimes when we feel validated by that person, then we're allowed to feel confident. But we end up doing things we don't want to do, People pleasing makes us feel unhappy in the end and out of control. We don't even have control over what we're doing in our lives. try complimenting yourself. Like, you're allowed to do that. Pay attention to what you're saying to yourself up here. How are you being? Are you being nice? Are you being mean? At the end of the day, ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Ask yourself, what am I proud of myself for today? Regardless of what anyone said, regardless of the external factors of your day, you're allowed to feel proud of yourself. You're allowed to feel happiness. You're allowed to feel confident. So ask yourself, what are you proud of? And then, make this a habit. Repeat, do it every day. And you'll really kind of start feeling yourself, And so eventually, when someone gives you a compliment, that's great, but you don't need it. Sure, it's nice. It's always nice when your boss says you did a good job. Absolutely. And it's not that you don't want to hear it, but you don't need to hear it. You're not looking for someone else to validate you. A lot of times we put a larger meaning on things that people say. We decide what they mean, right? So when someone gives you a compliment, it doesn't have to mean that you're worthy and you're allowed to feel confident. The facts are, they're just giving you a compliment. That's what they think of the situation. That's great. I'm happy to say thank you, but it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean I'm finally worthy or I'm finally allowed to have self-confidence. It just means they gave me a compliment, or it means they're proud of me. And that's it. I don't need it. When we don't need external validation, we see things as they actually are, instead of creating these stories in our head and building them up and up and up, ultimately crashing our confidence. We don't have to put so much meaning on everything. We don't have to make it so that other people give us the confidence that we ultimately want. We can give that to ourselves. We don't have to interpret everything. We don't have to assume things. Once you're no longer seeking that external validation, you don't have to create all these stories in your head. And once you can release the external validation, once you can release the junk in your head, once you can be nice to yourself up here, once you stop people pleasing and are really able to figure out what you want for your life, once you know that you can feel confident regardless of anyone else, you can feel confident whenever you want. It's a choice for you. You can figure out what you want in life. You can figure out your next step based on your inner compass, your own intuition, based on how you feel and what you want for your life. And then you start taking different, new, massive action toward your goals. And that's how you start getting your dream life. So pay attention right now. Where does your self-confidence come from? And if it comes from outside of you, it's time to make a change, and you can. So start paying attention. It's a practice. We're always practicing. Our growth is not linear. We have starts and stops, and we have better days than others. So just know that, there's no failure. The only failure is completely quitting. So just always get back up the next day and pay attention. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and reach out if you have any questions. Have a great one.